ise, ise, ise.
Hello, thank you very much for joining us this morning on Radio Biafra. This is Sunrise. So I say to you good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are joining us from. This is Sunrise on Radio Biafra London. My name is Sochima, Mbanali. And it is an absolute pleasure to be with you here every morning from 5 to 7 a.m. Biafra time. Our religion is Biafra, and here on Radio Biafra is where we worship. This is where we conscientize ourselves. This is where we motivate ourselves. Today is the 16th day of May 2024, and the time now is 4 minutes past the hour of 5 in the holy and blessed land of Biafra. Now, if you are having problems listening to us, there is no need. As soon as you've heard this information, this wonderful news that I'm about to give to you, then you will understand that there is no need to be worried, because you can join us on FM 102.1 FM, and you will be listening to Radio Biafra. If you are anywhere in Biafra land, 102.1 FM is your channel to go to. We are also streaming live on satellite. We are also streaming on various apps such as Radio Biafra and IPOB Community Radio. These are apps easy to download from your app store. Low data usage that you can download from any app store, no matter the phone you use. Therefore, you can listen to Radio Biafra from anywhere in the world. We are also streaming live on our websites, ipob.org and radiobiafra.co. We are streaming live on these various platforms. We are also streaming live on Facebook. We are streaming live on Radio Biafra on Facebook. We are streaming live on Sunrise on Radio Biafra on Facebook. We will be streaming on various other Facebook platforms like IPOB, Rapture Media. We are also streaming live on YouTube. So there is absolutely no reason why you will not be, or you cannot be part of this program. And there is no reason why you cannot share this program with as much people as possible, because we are on various platforms. On YouTube, we are there. On Twitter, we are there. On the FM, we are there. On the app, we are there. On satellites, we are there. On the websites, we are there. We are all over the place. Therefore, there is no reason why you cannot invite somebody to be part of this journey to conscientize ourselves and to motivate ourselves. Now, talking about conscientizing ourselves, I want to welcome you to this platform this morning, and there is a very interesting video that I want you to listen to, audio that I want you to listen to. This is just pay attention to this, and then we'll talk about what it means later on. Just pay attention to it, and we can then talk about what it means later on, because if such a gospel is coming from the church, if such a gospel is coming from the pulpit, then we will have a wonderful, wonderful time. We will have a wonderful, wonderful time. Honestly, the journey to our emancipation will be very, very easy. It will be easier. Very, very easier. Not very easy. That was a mistake, but very, very easier. Because the state where we are in, nothing good comes easy. That's a matter of fact. Nothing good comes easy, but with the help of a lot of people, things become easier. Now let's listen to this clip.
Look at an Igbo man calling his brother illiterate. One onye Igbo cable. Onye Yoruba cable oke mmano. If ono na sobo olo na o ma yen ho. Onya se efe na abo zoma na kachi abonka ama kwa me yenka aminu ite cho na ma kwa be nda usa fa bia kwa na eba ezio onye Igbo na aso onye Abakiriki egugugu we onye Enugu tuleta click kawaii Obruzende Imo State ele heme gangene wongling wongling nano no chana claim professor doctor look at all of you. Look at everybody claiming educated in Nigeria where there is no good road. Do you know what they call rented people? Educated people stay in a country where there is a lot of digital development. Everybody in this country is illiterate. Go to an intelligent country like Dubai. You will see modern things. Any educated people or educated country, go there. You will see development every day because educated person means you have something what others do not have, and you must bring it in a practical. Educated people in a white man country are the one that manufacture cars, bringing modern cars. They want to kill fuel. Now they are bringing electric car. Everybody borrowed a professor and doctorate, and also all these borrowed certificates, and coming out and saying, we are so Rene Koli, we are doctor. As far as this country is not moving forward, all of us are illiterate. The day which identify educated people is when we started to bring things new. 24 hours lights, a good load, and also what? Security. Because educated people will bring the mindset of what? How to make security in their country. Educated people must bring easiest way to bring 24 hours light because their brain is working. Educated people must bring how to bring good loads. What they call educated, you know what others do not know, and you bring it in existence, and people will celebrate you and say, what a wonderful man. Go and know why they say Solomon is a wise man. Develop the country. It changed the country. All the whole king, all the whole presidents coming to Israel to visit him. Even to Sheba. I'm educated. I'm a professor. I'm a doctor. I'm an engineer. I'm a this and that. I'm a kalaga, kala, gala, gangangangangangua. All those things, we did not see any one of it in Nigeria manifest.
Yes, welcome back to Radio Biafra. This is Sunrise, and I was playing you the preaching of Odumeje, and I am saying I wish this is what our preachers, those who have the pulpit, those who have been given the opportunity to communicate with people, I wish this is what they teach. I wish this is what they preach. Leave miracle. Miracle will not take you anywhere. I have said here before that the moment you start prophesying to me, that moment I start suspecting you, not because you cannot see the future or what. Not because there is nobody that can see the future. Why do I need to see the future when I have today? Why do I need to see the future when I have today? When you tell me tomorrow you'll be driving a Lamborghini, it gives me an excuse to be lazy today, because tomorrow you've already informed my mind. You've already told me that do not worry, Mazi. This is what is going to happen. You have made a statement, and you have classified that statement as a statement of fact or a statement of truth. So why then do I have to hustle? Why then do I have to stand up and protest? Why then do I have to speak to power that be and say to them, enough is enough? Because you've already prophesied to me that I'm going to travel overseas. Therefore, why else do I need to fix Nigeria when I'm not going to be living in Nigeria? You see the problem. You see the problem. An educated mind is an informed mind. Is an informed mind. Now, the problem with information is also the benefit of information. When it goes right, then you develop where you are. When it goes left, then you become a disaster to where you are. This is why you can find Nigerian educated people who go to UK and work as caregivers, and while they are there working as caregivers, somebody will be sick. This other Yoruba nurse that was sacked the other time from UK, and she was praying while somebody was dying. Her patient was dying. She was praying. So the direction that your education takes you is very, very important, more than the education itself. The direction is important. Running to a destination is good. It is good. But is it to the right destination or to the wrong destination? That is why today in Anambra State you have a professor. Prof, you have a professor who does not even know what it means to be a governor. A professor, but does not understand what it means to be a governor. That is why you have a professor who is following the path of a criminal. The criminal in Imo State. A professor, but following the path of a criminal because of wrong information, wrong education. When you are educated wrongly, it becomes a problem. And this is why we have Radio Biafra. Now, I'm sure you have seen the video that has been going viral. The video where these criminals in Anambra State were beating people, young boys, beating young people, beat them down, take whatever property that they have with them, whatever the money, whatever that they have with them. Even I saw one pulling down the trouser of somebody that he beat down under the unction of the governor of Anambra State, under the directive of the governor of Anambra State. Now, you have a situation like this. A professor. How then do you see yourself that is just a BSc holder? That is why even BSc holders in Nigeria, they are quiet. They are thinking what? They don't even want to listen to the information coming out because it is hard. It is hard. It is hard when you have been going left. The information you've been getting has been taking you left. And now you have to return right. You're thinking all this effort, your brain is unconsciously, without you realizing, resisting it because it is thinking all this efforts, all these years have been going left. And now I have to start afresh to re-educate myself. But I must assure you, it is one of the best decisions you can ever make. Therefore, this is why we encourage everybody, share programs on Radio Biafra, share them. When you see posts on Facebook from media warriors that are educative, especially from the leadership, share them. Even if you feel like, oh, your Facebook is this and that, it's for this kind of use, then create the kind of Facebook that you will use to share that type of information without even being known that this is you. That this is you. People are suffering in Nigeria. Look at Imo State, look at Osu, look at what is happening in Osu. Now, you have professors and educated people in Nigeria, but look at the kind of crime happening. Look at this report from The Punch that says Naira, now worst performing currency in the world. Not in Africa, in the world. Naira. Now the worst performing currency in the world. Now, since the inception of Nigeria, since Nigeria started, if you had listened to yesterday's program where today is Thursday, yes? Okay, on Tuesday, not yesterday. On Tuesday's program, talking about our history, you realize where the guest, Dr. Louis Okachi, said something that the British people have been in control of Nigeria since 1865, if I'm not mistaken. And when you go through history books, especially those written by British people, you find that even the name Nigeria has been there for more than 100 years. They've been using it for you more than 100 years before the pronouncement of what is called Nigeria in the 1960s. So now you ask yourself, since the unification of Nigeria, why is it that a country that says it is supposed to promote you has been destroying you in the time of, even in the time of peace? It has been destroying you even in the time of peace. Not to talk of in the time of war. In the time of war, they do not care about you like they did to us in Biafra land, 1967 to 1970. Slaughtered people in mass. Over 7 million of us. And then let me ask you, people who say, oh, there is no war in Nigeria, did the killing stop? Did that prevent Odi massacre by Obasanjo? Obasanjo, who came online some days ago, made a comment that the worst thing Africa did or Nigeria did was to just talking a whole lot of nonsense. I say nonsense because speaking from both sides of the mouth is just useless. When you see the people are now doing the work, you find people like them, like him, rearing their heads, speaking up so that you think that they are speaking for you. The same way Obasanjo was the one that first promoted Ekperima. Oh, the person, this person is, you people should be afraid of him. Now he's coming and he thinks you don't know where he stands. The relationship you have with Nigeria, you know. The fact that you are listening this morning means you know that that relationship is not sustainable. It cannot work. It cannot work. Look at the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon? Why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS dungeon as a consequence of asking Nigeria to better the lives of Nigerians. Now, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through is the same thing that Biafrans have been. You go to Lagos, you go and set up a business in Lagos for the development of Nigeria. They go there, knock down your house, knock down your business, burn your businesses. Whenever you want to do something for the development of the people, the indigenous people, even if it is one person that is indigenous in Nigeria and you are doing something for that person's benefit, Nigeria will come against you. What crime did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commit? The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a clear justification as to why we must leave. And IPOB stands for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime known to law. The Nigeria government must obey the rulings of its own courts. Their own courts declared that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, that the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegal and a crime against humanity. The abduction and incarceration, continued incarceration in solitary confinement. Now, you remember that on June 19th, 2021, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by agents of the Nigeria government from Kenya. He was tortured in Kenya for 8 days before they now brought him into Nigeria, where he has been in solitary confinement because he is seeking the betterment of your life. Now, go back in history and look at history. The same process when those who felt like they need the unified Nigeria, when they rose up, because the unity that they are asking for is based on human rights, the unity that gives power to the people, even though that they were in the military. They wanted power to go to the people. Let the people be responsible. Let those who talk about the Fulanization and the Islamization and Fulanization of Nigeria, dipping the Quran into the sea, overtaking your life, let their heads go down. Those who said that, those who acted in that direction, they became people who were, their actions were now blamed on Biafrans. And then Biafrans were massacred. Why? Because they tried to protect the interest of the ordinary Nigerian. And that has continued till today. Therefore, in this month of May, we must understand and we must pay attention to the sacrifice of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because it is when you look at the sacrifices that people have made for the betterment of their people in Nigeria, in the zoo, especially the betterment of the indigenous people in the zoo, you find out that Nigeria comes against those people to show you that the country is not sustainable. It is not sustainable. Despite the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention declaring that the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a violation of international human rights conventions. Despite the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention calling for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria government have continued to be deaf. You know, during the time of Buhari, they said Buhari is deaf. That has been the behavior of Nigeria government. Deaf to the people, deaf to Nigerians. Rather than release this innocent man, they have been torturing him, both physically, psychologically. They have been torturing him in whichever way that they can. The same way that you have a lot of Biafrans in different, thousands and thousands of Biafrans in different dungeons of the Nigeria government. Thousands of them. Thousands of Biafrans killed by a government that is supposed to protect them. Killed by the army that their responsibility is to secure the territorial integrity of Nigeria. But they are on the roads, killing people. This, remember, in 2017, 14th of September 2017, these same people went to assassinate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They tried to assassinate this innocent man. For what? What did he do? What crime did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu commit? What did he do? He did not commit any crime. He did not commit any crime. Simply for asking on your behalf. For asking for good road for you. Please forgive me. On YouTube we are not live, but let me see if we can start it now. Let me see if we can go live on YouTube. Okay. Yes, we are now live on YouTube. And if you want to join us on YouTube, it is at Sunrise on Radio Biafra on YouTube, and you'll be able to join us there on YouTube. So every time somebody rises up to speak for you, Nigeria happens to them. I was online some days ago, and I was reading some person, I think a Biafran actress, talking about how Nigeria happened to her, and I did not know how to react to it. I was saying to myself, are you serious? Like, this woman actually, or this lady actually had the guts to come out and tell us, oh, Nigeria happened to me. Tell us what you are doing, what you've been doing for your people. Don't wait until Nigeria happens to you before you start working for the division of this fraudulent enterprise, which kills you in your time of war and in their time of peace. My business was burnt in Lagos. What did you do? Oh, one Nigeria, we should be in. My business was burnt in Oshodi. What did you do? You did nothing. You watched our houses being taken away. You did nothing. You are my neighbor. You call yourself my neighbor. You say, oh, one Nigeria, how wonderful it is. How you mean how wonderful it is when I lose, when my people are losing? Then there is no basis for this relationship. What relationship do you have with mosquitoes? It is a blood-sucking relationship. It's always flying around you, buzzing all around you, drinking your blood. What are you getting in return? What are you getting in return? It drinks from you, drinks your blood, injects the saliva into you, and give you malaria through the injection of the saliva. Gives you malaria. It doesn't give you nothing beneficial. Nothing beneficial. Nothing beneficial. The only time that mosquito will stop is when you kill it. If you don't kill it, it will finish drinking your blood, go somewhere, perch somewhere, and wait. Digest the blood. Enjoy it, digest, and come back. Hey! Nah. Obaraka atokuroto. This is the slang of Nigeria. Your blood is sweet to Nigeria. Your blood is sweet to Nigeria. What about those who have been killed by the Nigeria government? How do you think we should forget them? And you're talking about we need to restructure. What are you restructuring? Did they die for restructuring? No. In this month of May, we are remembering them. All of them. All of them who are saints. You know that the greatest calling, I've heard this from Onyinduma and Nnamdi Kanu, the greatest calling that anyone can have is a call to serve his or her nation. A call to serve his or her nation. And they've already told you that Nigeria is not a nation. The founding fathers told you that Nigeria is not a nation. So what service are you giving to your nation since Nigeria is not a nation? Your own nation. Don't you have a nation? Biafra is your nation. Oduduwa people should have their nation. What are we doing for our nation? Like I said, the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a clear justification. a clear justification for whatever actions we take in order to liberate ourselves. It is called self-defense. We've been at the receiving end of this in a very long time. What crime did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu commit? Because he said enough of the corruption, enough of the political instability, enough of the human rights abuses, enough of the economic mismanagement. Because he said enough of this ethnic tension, where Biafrans are killed in the north, they attack churches and kill Biafrans at all. Enough of this ethnic tension. Enough of these foundational problems. And he did not even say, he said through a United Nations supervised referendum. That is the way to curtail this mess. And today, they abducted him, kept him in the DSS dungeon for speaking for you. For speaking for you. And I was very, should I say, worried. I was very, very worried about the state of mind of our people. But today, I must tell you, I am not worried. Let me remember what the caller, one of our brothers, who called in on Tuesday, because today is Thursday, the last time I was there, and he said, men are ready. Men are ready. And that, if you know that you are ready, because I'm sure he's speaking from his own perspective, especially, because perspective can also come from you and your surroundings. So, if you are ready, I am ready. I am ready. Let us look at this news. This is coming from, I love when I read news from Icons News and from this websites that promotes our struggles, such as Eastern Pilot. Is it Eastern Pilot? I love Icons News and the rest of that. I love that. I love that. We have so many people who can write, even doctors who are good at analyzing and writing. They're so good. When you read their write-ups, you're like, wow. So many Nigerians good at writing. That is why their drama. When Nigeria starts their drama, you find people there paying attention. It takes a script writer to bring out something in the mind into a physical, a book, a paper. And then before the director now jumps in. The director now jumps in. Now, this news is saying, this is from Eastern Pilot. It is saying, IPOB urges Tinubu's administration to deregulate cement industry for lower cement prices. Now, I will read that later. I just want you to have that in mind. Remember, this is IPOB once called on Tinubu's government to do that. Remember, and what did Tinubu's government's response is? How did they respond? Now, listen to this other one. The poor must breathe. NLC shut down EEDC Ebonyi State. Okay, NLC shut down EEDC Ebonyi State over epileptic power supply and overbilling. Now, I'll read the first paragraph. It says, Abakaleke, the organized labor in Ebonyi State, comprising the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and Trade Union Congress, has picketed the offices of Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, and Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, EEDC, in Abakaleke, capital city of Ebonyi State. Okay, the labor leaders blocked the NERC office at Nsugbe Street, Abakaleke, as early as 7:30 a.m. on Monday, chanting solidarity songs. This is Abakaliki. Now, let me bring you this one from Icons News as well. It says, epileptic power supply, Imo workers shut down EEDC. It says here, the Imo State chapter of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, on Monday shut down the office of the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, EEDC, over hike in electricity tariff. Over hike in electricity tariff. Okay. Now, let us listen to this press release from IPOB.
IPOB, Rapture Media Post, May 15th, 2024. Power struggles in the southeast have placed the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, or EDC, at the center of controversy. This company, which controls the flow of electricity to millions, faces intense scrutiny and criticism. The people of the southeast grapple with persistent power outages, exorbitant estimated bills, declaring lack of access to prepaid meters, fueling widespread frustration and anger. The indigenous people of Biafra, known as IPOB, has emerged as a vocal critic, accusing the EEDC of exploiting the region for profit, prioritizing corporate interests over service, and deliberately withholding prepaid meters to force people into paying inflated bills based on unreliable estimates. Despite their vehement denials and claims of commitment to customer service, blaming infrastructure challenges, and asserting efforts to provide meters, the EEDC's statements often ring hollow to those experiencing the daily realities of the Southeast's energy crisis. This conflict is not just about electricity. It reflects a broader struggle over resources, power, and justice, highlighting the desperate need for a system that serves the people over corporate interests. We will delve deeper into this conflict. IPOB has been unwavering in its condemnation, accusing the EEDC of keeping the Southeast in darkness to perpetuate a system of exploitation, generating revenue through estimated billing, and restricting access to prepaid meters to trap people in a cycle of inflated bills and unreliable service. On the other hand, the EEDC presents a starkly different narrative. They deny these accusations of exploitation and manipulation, claiming to work tirelessly to improve service and expand access to meters, attributing power challenges to inadequate infrastructure and systemic issues within the Nigerian power sector. They insist on their commitment to transparency and accountability. However, these claims often clash with the lived experiences of the people in the Southeast, whose daily realities of power outages and exorbitant bills make the company's assurances feel hollow. The lack of transparency surrounding metering processes further fuels suspicion and distrust, intensifying the conflict and eroding public confidence in the EEDC. The testimonies from the people of the Southeast tell a poignant and different story. They speak of years of broken promises and describe a system rigged against them, designed to extract wealth from their communities. "We live in darkness," says a market woman in Enugu. "EDC takes our money but gives us nothing in return." Her words resonate with many who face similar struggles, families trying to preserve food, businesses facing constant disruptions, and students studying by candlelight. "We have been begging for meters for years," a community leader in Anambra adds. "But EEDC keeps giving us excuses. They want us to keep paying their estimated bills, which are outrageous." The lack of prepaid meters has not only created a deep sense of injustice, but has also trapped people in a system they feel they cannot control. These testimonies expose the hollowness of the EEDC's claims and reveal a stark disconnect between the company's rhetoric and the reality on the ground, compelling the people of the Southeast to demand change and an end to exploitation. Section 4, a comparative lens, power dynamics in other regions. The situation in the Southeast stands in stark contrast to other regions in Nigeria. In some areas, distribution companies provide free prepaid meters to customers. They recognize that meters are essential for fair and transparent billing. They understand that empowering customers with control over their electricity consumption is crucial. In these regions, power supply is generally more reliable. Outages are less frequent. Customers have greater trust in their electricity providers. This highlights the stark disparity in power dynamics between different regions. It raises questions about the EEDC's commitment to serving the people of the Southeast. The experiences of other regions demonstrate that a different model is possible. A model where electricity is treated as a public good. A model where customers are respected and empowered. The Southeast deserves the same level of service and respect. Section 5. Seeking a solution. A path towards energy justice. The EEDC-IPOB conflict reveals a deep-seated power imbalance. The people of the Southeast are caught in the middle. They deserve a just solution, a solution that prioritizes their needs. The first step is accountability. The EEDC must be held responsible for its actions. An independent investigation must examine the company's practices. This investigation should focus on metering, billing, and power distribution. The findings must be made public. Secondly, the EEDC must prioritize the distribution of prepaid meters. Meters should be provided free of charge to all customers. This will ensure fair and transparent billing. It will empower customers to manage their electricity consumption. Finally, there must be a fundamental shift in the power dynamics. The people of the Southeast must have a greater say in the management of their electricity. This can be achieved through community ownership models. It can be achieved by establishing independent oversight committees. These solutions are not merely technical fixes. They represent a fundamental shift towards energy justice, a shift towards a system that serves the people, a system that recognizes their right to reliable and affordable electricity. The people of the Southeast deserve nothing less.
Now, thank you for being part of this program this morning. There's a sunrise by Mazi Sochima Mbanali on Radio Biafra. Now, my own opinion is that EEDC should just leave. This is my opinion. And, of course, I have the right to have my opinion, and I'm responsible for my opinion. But my opinion is EEDC should just leave. Do you know why? Electricity is paramount in the development of a people. And EEDC over the years, they have shown that they are not willing. They are not willing to partake in the championing of the development of our people. They have shown that they are not willing to champion the development of our people. And because of that, I do not have any sort of trust in them. None. Now, how will I give them my hard-earned money when I don't trust them? How do you expect me to pay somebody money? Somebody that is supposed to champion my development. This is a personal issue. I'm not saying personal like only me. No, I'm saying this EEDC electricity, it's supposed to be a personal issue to every Biafran. It is supposed to be personal to you because electricity will motivate the development of lives and properties. Now look at, for instance, Facebook said they are coming into Nigeria to pay you guys. And I know a lot of people have been jumping up since then. You don't even have electricity. You are jumping up. You don't even have common electricity. But you are jumping up. People today are discussing about AI, artificial intelligence. But look at what EEDC has done to us. How do you expect me to trust them? Now, people should tell their governors, they should tell their government, enough of this contract with EEDC. Chukwu Masoludo should show us what contract why he gave EEDC 100 billion. The same amount that Nigeria government gave Mietiala. Imo State governor, the Supreme Court governor there, EEDC is done in Imo State. We are tired of Personally, I am tired of EEDC. Let us have something that we can trust. You know, trust is a big deal. You trusted Soludo. What happened? You trusted Obi. What happened? You trusted all these your politicians. You've been trusting them. Achiku Denwa, the rest of Achiku Denwa was the first governor of Imo State. People were jumping up. How far? I remember that it was actually Hakim that fixed his road. The road in Olu. I don't know if the contract was given by the time of Achiku Denwa. It seems very less likely. It was built and then it spoiled. These are people we trusted. We've trusted these our politicians, and look at where they have gotten us. We are saying to them, this time we want things done differently, and we do not want these politicians engaging in the running of our affairs, because they are not doing anything. They are not doing anything. Now, let us go to the next, which is the Nigeria government must understand that Biafrans do not have enough land to give for any sort of military base, whether it is America or France or even Britain. We don't have enough land for any sort of military base. I remember I said I was going to talk about military base and how it is against your sovereignty, how military base impedes on your sovereignty as a country. But I was not here yesterday. I was ready yesterday, but then at the time that I was supposed to come on air, my internet decided not to function. My internet decided to misbehave, so I could not come on air yesterday. My internet just decided to have a mind of its own yesterday. I think, what time was it? Did it start malfunctioning? Around 5 South African time. That is 4 Biafran time. It started malfunctioning. So I was unable to come here yesterday. But before we go into the next, I want to remind you that we are in the month of May. And month of May is a very special month to all of us. It is a month where we honor our saints. We don't have, like other nations, where they have places they honor their saints. We have cenotaph, yes, we have those, but I'm saying in a way that we can go there any day, anytime, without being afraid of the police and the rest of them. We don't even have things put in place to honor those that made sacrifices for our people. And this is why IPOB brought this May, every May, the whole of May. It is not enough even. That is why I said we do not have, because it is not enough. You cannot honor them enough. Those who answered the call. How do we honor them enough? How is that possible? So this month we'll be having a sit at home on the 30th of May. We'll be having sit at home on the 30th of May in Biafra land, and in other parts of the world. We'll have our programs, our various programs, to inform people where we are about what is happening in our land. We must inform the world about what is happening in our land, what has happened in our land. We must tell our stories. We cannot let somebody else tell our stories. No, we cannot let that happen. And then I want to remind you that it is time for us to bury our dead as soon as possible. It is time for us to go to that style of life and bury our dead as soon as possible. A lot of people are doing it. So why are we not doing it? This is even our own culture, the way we as Biafrans behave. We bury our dead as soon as as soon as, before they start rotting. We don't do mortuaries and the rest of them. We don't do that. Yes, Ana Washim Madu, but it's not for the way it is not for the same reason why we do it now. People get buried as soon as they die. They get buried as soon as possible. We must get back to that. We must get back to that. Now, I also want to remind you that there is need for us to contribute towards ESN. These are the people who are defending our land. We must make sure that we contribute towards the defense of our land. Contribute towards the defense of our land. Now, I want to play you a clip as we go ahead in this conversation. Remember, right now we are talking about military base, foreign military base in our land is a no-no. If the Yoruba people want Tinubu to bring it into their land, maybe since they are chasing the Biafran people away, they will take Biafran lands and now give to America or French. Then that is their concern, in as much as they should rally up and say no to that. But in Biafra land, we are saying no. Now listen to the consequences of that. Listen to the consequences of such.
We have allowed the United States of America to establish its military base on our soil. Under the agreement which allows the U.S. to establish this military base, our head of state is stopped from entering that territory.
So basically, when they establish a military base, that land becomes their territory. You understand? So you have given them, you have ceded that territory to them. You have given it to them. You have given that place to them. It becomes their territory.
The U.S. military base is not accessible even to the head of state. As if that was not enough, in the agreement, we have committed to an arrangement under which if U.S. soldiers come to Ghana and kill Ghanaians, Ghanaians cannot go to court.
Imagine that. If they come, for instance, you give them a land in somewhere, say Sambisa Forest, and they come and kill people in Sokoto. The Sokoto government cannot do, the Nigerian government cannot do anything. They cannot do anything. Then tell me who is in charge then? If they can come and kill people and you do nothing, and you can't even go there, not to talk of doing anything, then who is in charge of your land?
To ask for redress. We have committed ourselves to an arrangement under which property destroyed by U.S. soldiers in Ghana, if your property is destroyed by U.S. soldiers in Ghana, you cannot go to court. We have given our frequencies for the use of the U.S. military for free. Our frequencies are given to the U.S. forces for free. When Ghanaians have to pay millions in order to get frequencies to establish radio stations and television stations and so on, the U.S. can take it for free. Excuse me. Under the agreement, U.S. soldiers entering Ghana are not subject to inspection. They are not subject to search. You can't search them. You can't look through their bags. You can't examine what is on their body. And when they leave, they are also not subject to customs inspection. They cannot be searched.
Now, do you remember when people are saying that U.S. bases, especially France, let me say France, that their bases in different countries, for instance, Niger, is where they use in smuggling out resources, mineral resources. And that if you go to places like these war-torn countries where you have bases, these countries have their bases there, their military base there, you find out that they are there looting the resources of that country, because when they come into the country, you can't search them. You don't know what they are carrying. They can be doing money laundering. They can be bringing, what is it called? Another COVID, maybe COVID-20. They could be to kill all of you. They could be bringing anything they care about. You cannot search them, which means they are the owners of your country. You have ceded your country to them. You become a servant. You become less than a slave. Less than a slave.
U.S. soldiers do not need passports to enter Ghana. They don't need passports to enter Ghana. All they need is their ID cards. Under these circumstances, we have given U.S. soldiers privileges way and above diplomats. Because even the American ambassador needs a passport to enter Ghana. A U.S. soldier does not need a passport to enter Ghana.
Now, do you see the difference? Do you see? Now, they are diplomats, somebody that is a representative of their president in your country. For instance, what's his name? This economist again that is trying to take our land. I'm sure that is the deal this British economist is trying to because that is what they do. I'm sure that is his deal, trying the British economist to take, because it's economy. What else are you talking about? To take the land and resources of the people. That's why they left the person who was a war. What's her name? Catriona Lane. They took away the person who knows about killing and brought in somebody. Since Catriona Lane has already taught Nigeria government properly how to kill, and the Nigeria army and the rest of them how to kill, they now took her out and brought somebody else who is an economist who can. How else are they going to benefit from your economy if not looting your resources? How then will they loot your resources without you knowing, if they do not establish bays, runways and the rest of them in your land? You see. So basically, the U.S. have military base in your land becomes, it makes your country subject to them. Your country becomes a subject to them. They can come into your country without visa. They can do whatever they want, kill people, and that is okay. You cannot react because you become a subject to them. You become a commodity even. Commodity. Less in value to gold, less in value to silver, to uranium, to these resources. If a representative of their president, their country, in your land, like the British representative in Nigeria, can come with the visa with the rest of them, but you can't, their army base, when their military base is there, they can come anyhow they want. You now see that you do not have any sovereignty. You are not any more sovereign.
In any case, what are these soldiers doing on our continent? What are they doing on our continent?
Now, before he answers this, you know that some people will say to you, don't you see the terrorism in Nigeria? I know this has always been the argument that they use. Oh, we are fighting terrorism, counter-terrorism. Hey, the same terrorism that Nigeria army is fighting in Biafra land, killing innocent people. Killing innocent. The same terrorism that Uzodema is fighting, recruiting people, recruiting militia. Recruiting people like what's his name? Is it Etel? Recruiting terrorists. That's what they're telling you. We are coming. There is terrorism, therefore we are coming to counter it. Now, when they come to counter it, you now see hell. That terrorism you saw before becomes a child's play. If there is any place that there is terrorism, they should look at the north, not in Biafra land. What you have in Biafra land is government-sponsored terrorism. And the only solution is not a military base. The only solution is the end of government, Nigeria government. That is the solution. The end of Nigeria imposed government. That is the solution. So they will tell you, oh no, it will stop terrorism. How did they come up with that idea? Have they looked at facts? You see, now most of those ideas, most of those things people always say as if those are truth, as if they are facts, they can substantiate that. Those are ideas that the Western world have implanted on us. Most of those ideas, not one that we can say we came about as a result of critical analysis based on evidence. Not one. Look at, for instance, the places where the military base of foreign countries are, and look at the terrorism happening there, the killings happening there, the stealing, the looting of resources going on there. Now, let's listen to what he said.
Our leaders must ask themselves some interesting questions. Of course, they say that there's a global village, whatever that means, but they say that there's a global village. If this is a global village as they define, then everybody has interest everywhere. Now, if we decided to station a battalion of the US, of the Ghanaian army in Washington, what would happen? Now, if the US would not allow us to station a battalion in Washington, why do we then allow them to station a battalion on our soil? Ab initio, this arrangement means that we have accepted that we are inferior. And that is one of the reasons why we need to wake up and dismantle these arrangements in order to establish our equality and so on.
Yep, that is it. Thank you for listening. Now we will just go ahead and open up the line. We will go ahead and open up the line so that we can have a conversation. This wonderful morning. The number to call is +27 78 064 5457 +27 78 064 5457. Now somebody might say that then how then do you bring solution to the Nigerian mess? It is easy. A United Nations referendum. That is easy. A United Nations referendum. Nigeria must make things ready, get every necessity ready, give us a date for a referendum. As easy as that. As easy as that. Okay, you know, in Nigeria, the Nigeria military is gone. You know that. I mean, there is this report. Let me see if I can pull up this report that says mass resignation. It says here that mass exit as 29 generals retire from Nigeria Army. Okay, this is exit, not resignation. Mass exit as 29 generals retire from Nigerian Army. And it says of the 29 retired infantry officers who pulled out of active service. So I think they voluntarily resigned. It says of the 29 retired infantry officers who pulled out of active service at the Jaji military cantonment in Abuja State on Friday, 19 were major generals and 10 were brigadiers general. Okay. That is it. That is it. So anybody telling you go and join the military, you know the person is not interested in your life. You know that person is not interested in your development. Naira now worst performing currency in the world. The worst performing currency in the world. And this says that Nigeria's Naira has experienced a reversal in its recent gains. It has experienced a reversal in its recent gains. Emerging as the world's worst performing currency over the last month, according to a new Bloomberg report. You can imagine. Ototo Omamazi Desmond, thank you for calling in. Ndewo Mazi, please go ahead.
Sochima Mbanali. Good morning to you, Mazi. Good morning to Biafrans all over the world. IPOB families and our great leader, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Good morning, sir, to you from here. Mazi Sochima, I want to thank you for your great analysis this morning and this message, and it's very, very educative and enlightening, because the points you are bringing out is vital points, and the message have to be pierced into our people, because that is almost our issue. You know, when you started this morning, you talked about education. You know, if you ever meet a Nigerian, we all pass the process and we know, but the difference between we and a pure or a crude Nigerian product who says a Nigerian university graduate or professor is that we that pass through that system, we have the ability to open our mind to reasoning. And when we see things and when we hear things, we make researches to further deep and know the reality and the truth in that matter. Unlike a Nigerian average graduate whom we argue with you, number one, they don't know how to argue constructively. Even their media personnel, you can see them. And when they argue with you, they argue out of point. When you try to give them points they don't know, or you ask them questions they don't know, they cannot answer you, they will continue to argue. Do you know that some Nigeria graduates, even when you talk about the problem of Nigeria, that's why they are in there suffering, they will start telling you another thing. And when you now ask them the history behind Nigeria, some of them, if not for even IPOB that made some of them to understand that Nigeria was created in 1940, some of them thought Nigeria was created in 1960. They thought independence was the creation of Nigeria. You know, so they know nothing. And when you ask them the nitty-gritty, the geographical conjunction of Nigeria, the amalgamation, how their state house of assembly or the national was formed, was created, what came about it, they cannot be able to tell you. And they will just, that is a people that are not capable to change their mind. And that is why Nigeria is the way it is. It's very unfortunate when you see somebody who says a graduate in Nigeria, then I think you should know this person is a pure zombie and needs help, because a zombie that doesn't want to accept the truth. You know, so some of us have made this argument with a lot of our colleagues when we were in school, when we came out of school, even to date. And some of them are really not making any sense, and they're not even growing because suffer, don't fry their head, finish. Now, Mazi, let me talk about this issue. You know, like you said, that is your opinion. That it's not matter of being your opinion. That is the solution. EEDC have, and this thing that Labour Congress wake up now, that IPOB has been campaigning to our people. What, you know, me, I'm not comfortable with anything Nigerian Labour Congress coming. You know, I'm not comfortable with anything, because is it today that EEDC start to exploit the Biafra land? Is it today? Not today. So I don't know why they are suddenly waking up. The other day they closed the office, EDC, I mean NLC. I don't know why NLC will just suddenly wake up today and start to close their offices in Biafra land. The other day they closed the one in Umuahia. Today Ebonyi State and Anambra here. And I don't understand. Me, I don't think it's the solution. No. I think EDC should leave Biafra land. That is the solution. Because this thing they are closing the office, I think, is the tension that we have built in our people. For our people to come out now and protest against EEDC to leave our land, and for us to bring in people that, since the government have deregulate supply of power, so that other companies can come in and have way. NLC now is now coming in to hold EEDC in our land. That's why I see it too. This is my own personal opinion. Because I'm not comfortable with NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress, coming to start to lock EEDC office. I'm not comfortable with it at all. Because it's another form of this they are playing. When them trying to write with some people name, trying to say they want to defend that they don't produce power, they only supply, that one did not go. Then NLC just came in immediately. Just like, yeah, my brother, we should know the kind of gift to take from Nigeria, because this is not the EEDC should leave Biafra land. We don't want them. And it's not only Chukwuma Soludo, even I've seen it, not only Imo and Anambra, even in Abia, Geometric is operating in Aba, doing well. But EEDC is still in Umuahia. And Ale Soti, I don't know if he's having any kind of agreement with them, because last time I saw him with Emeka Ofo in, I don't know what they are doing. But I will advise Ale Soti to shun Emeka Ofo and bring in Geometric in all Abia states, to shun EEDC, and let Geometric come and take over Abia State, and let us see what because the work they are doing in Aba, people are appreciating it. So that is the point, because you can see him giving some power plants in Umuahia to EEDC. The people that destroy it, how can they build it again? So EEDC must leave Biafra land for our people, for companies to come in and invest in power, and so that our people will have power and our land will also develop. People can do small jobs. Our people are hardworking, our people can survive. It's not this thing they put us together with Fulani and they are just strangulating everything. That is that for EEDC. And for the also cement, federal government should not only deregulate power supply, they should also deregulate cement, so that other people like Ibeto who have the mind, who knows that they can invest, and people will have cement and structures will be built. Than building churches everywhere. People can open businesses than building churches. So Tinubu government must also deregulate cement, like you tried to read before. They must also deregulate cement. It's very, very important. Then coming to the act of military base, we have already told them, terrorism is those who say they are they are protecting, they are the people creating the terrorists. And that is why they know all the terrorists, because it's their distance. So US or France or anybody military base is just a warning to Nigeria. They can take it to the north or Abuja. Abuja is their capital. That is where they need it. We don't need it in Biafra land. It's a direct message. With even the military, you can see there is a news that is going around now of all the whole illegal checkpoints around Biafra land, that they are extorting our people. You will see a road that is spoiled. You will see police who park their car there. That is where they put checkpoint. They don't go to a clean road because they know they are destroying the people, and they know the people are angry with them. Because when you put yourself in that clean road that is very, very express, somebody will just come and clear all of you and just go with that anger. So that is why they always go and check all the checkpoints. You will see them. If the road is good, they will go and destroy it. Overnight, they will pour in acid or something. They will destroy the road and man their checkpoint there. They don't put checkpoints in a good road. They want where when people are angry, want to come and deal with them, they will have casualties, innocent people will die. That is what they are doing. And we are crying that we don't want that, and somebody is coming to tell us that they want to go to which kind of military base. Let them guide their own country. Let us guide our own. If America and France want to come, they should come and build industries for us. We welcome them to build industries, not all this and that thing. So what I'm trying to say to Biafrans is that we have to wake up. All this information, we must open our mind and use it judiciously to get our freedom. It's very, very important. And lastly, we have to continue to support ESN. This is the only people that Chukwu Abiyama has given us to protect and guide us. The fight is for Chukwu Kike, but then it is manhunt that is going to use to make the fight. And these our volunteers must be supported financially. So if you are supporting ESN, please support them through IPOB unit or IPOB zones, which is around you or anywhere you are in the world. Or you go to our PayPal, our website, www.ipob.org. You will click and they will direct you on how to use your card, anyone you have to pay, or any other means that's approved by HODDOS, Mazichi Kedoziem, in form of fundraising or other means. We have to continue to support those who are defending Biafra land. And then the influx of Fulani, like you said, the man was talking about the disadvantage of this military base. That is the same disadvantage that Fulani mosques in Biafra land has. If you go to Biafra land now, go to see anywhere you have Fulani mosques. Our people does not have access to it. Our people don't go close to that place. It's as if it's a government thing. When you try to go, government will pack out the whole army and police and come there. So every community in Biafra land must take responsibility. People must go and they will start to search all these mosques that we have in our cities, in our communities. And Fulani influx, that they will build one mosque and gather all their people there. That has to stop. We don't want Fulani influx in Biafra land. Let every Fulani go and rent house and live. And those of them who are renting house and taking our little girls to be destroying them, if we catch you, this security that get them and say they give, they are very, we are in Biafra land. If you catch any Fulani doing that to a little girl in Biafra land, that Fulani want to destroy the life of that little girl, to destroy Biafra land, you destroy that Fulani there. There is no need for too much talk. You don't need to put it on social media. You destroy the idiot there and you go. And every community must be awake. When you see Fulani doing shoemaker or coming to buy konkom in your community, in your village, you ask him, what are you coming to look for here? If he don't give you any answer, you see him there the following day, you destroy him. Because he's there to gather to know the Appian way and everything. We must chase away Fulani from our communities. We must put them where the eye will meet them. And we must stop abhorring them that they will pack all their people and have one mosque that we cannot access. It is wrong. We cannot change our land like that, because if not, so these people, one day something will happen that we are going to regret, as it is happening in Ozo 1, in Enugu and other parts of Biafra land. The day they will blow that their whistle, it will be disaster. And that is why we need to thank God for ESN and support them in whatsoever way we can. Biafrans, we must rise up. This is the time for us to be free. And our demand remains the unconditional release of our leader as discharged and acquitted. Binta Nyako, we have respected her and told her to excuse herself from this case and let our leader be free. Because her staying there and claiming to be a judge and perverting justice is going to give her a very, very serious problem. Is going to give her a very, very serious problem. She must get out of this case. A word is enough for the wise, so that our leader can have his freedom and we can take our freedom. Because freedom and Biafra restoration is our demand, and that is where is our destination. Nothing is another option. Thank you, Master Sochima Mbanali. And great Biafrans who must continue to take your directive from DOS. There is no need for anybody to argue. When we enter, the DOS don't come through. They just give you directive, and you know without discipline we cannot win. So we have to be disciplined. When we enter Biafra, you cannot see Master Chikedozie Mochinos or anybody coming to do. You will go and do what you want to do. So, but for now, we have to be under directive to have our freedom. Thank you, Machineke, and Elohim bless you from here. Ndewo Mazi Sochima. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dalo Mazi Desmond. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much for your contribution this morning, Ndewo Mazi Desmond. Said a lot of things, and I ask you, Biafrans, hey, this is your life. This is your life. This is my life. We have to take it in our hands, not NLC. You saw how they messed up several protests. Like this is your life. This is your life. Mazi Okechukwu Ndewo, welcome to Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion.
Mazi Mbanali nwanne m nwoke. May Chukwu okike abịama. This wonderful God that owns this earth, the God that way the Biafran people bear his name, may he bless you abundantly. And my brother, Mazi Desmond, have said it. Biafrans, anywhere you there, I have come to save every Biafrans. Let's go home. Do you know why? Because of you yourself, you know yourself, both man and woman will be Biafra. Anywhere on this earth. Because of you, what do you want for your own self and for your family? No go endanger the life of over 100 million Biafrans, including me. Because I know because of my stomach come the fight freedom. Because Biafra, no half plot for Biafra. Where any nation on this earth go get for this generation? Can I compare with Mazi Mbanali? Mazi Mbanali, can I? The world end. I can't threat. Mazi Mbanali, we are not asking America to give us their land. We are asking America, we want to live in our land. On Africa. And we say, we not be the same with the Fulani people will be. Salute. We will be Biafras, the ancient we will not be the same. with the Fulani, with the Yoruba, with Hausa, they're different. We know the quarrel, but we know that we get our own land where our ancestors were born. Be a papa boy, a papa come for you, Peter. Get this in Nigeria. But the plan is not that stand and I feel anywhere you done this, remember for me in our chance. Nearly the place. Now I want to respect the 100% arrogant. People that abandon their children. I know my guy petty. What talk I want to get a dog. A petty 3,000 miles, but I really go back. Got it? No nation not this to the eat got it. But the way we be first. Yeah, children, yeah, people. That job we got face on them. And all to petty got it 3,000. I want to get him go. Got it go 4,000. It's assistant. Take care. They say our leaders want the mind. So happen there, then I tell all this hand. Now start they go Nigeria. They check and do them no mercy. Anywhere. Oh no. I feel all over the world to check back. Any nation may not allow. And this leader say escape, but ever on happen. I want to consider. But yeah. No government will escape. Yeah, I know. I went to Abraham the wicked to take off. Then I think it does him. A proponent will watch him saying, oh, I go get a move. But I went to Anna also saying, I said, those chapter 7, there. I said, those chapter 7. Okay, now, but I come there. Also, the Lord command Moses and Aaron to handle Aaron stick and disaster strike Nigeria. But Nigeria. I can't. Mbanali, I just okay. She's coming. I have been. And tenable. I will be okay. She's going to start. So let's word 5 people and the dead and the candidate. Instead, the dead and the candidate will come out and we be able to get today. They're free. Tenable, where they don't go? Where they don't go? Make it not on anywhere. Tenable, my better. Make it not on anywhere because we go be mad. Oh no, now mad. No scratch for the bottom of our leader. Master Banana. And we test scratch now. Who there? And when you just says, then I just says, I get to more contract. I can't. Oh, that's a situation. And when you go back one monkey to all that I will do. Monkey to say, oh, more tell them now. Then just a man be Tayako. But Tayako, let's try the Santa Nakute, don't tell me. Tayako, is that the quad? There, they will go. Oh, but that time I say, I better make a bridge here. They will go by less foot. I asked them to come for. I asked them on any uncle. Chepa, come on, I don't know. Look, come and I am. I make off to the book.
Thank you.
I give that's a chicken to the Mbanali. I tell you, go. Look there. Oh, that's a chicken to them. Look there. Look there. On them on our book. Look there. Okay, prepare. On the blinker. See the book. La quoi fun? Encore comme on est là. Le escape and governor and this is the track. I got I can't give you papa. I look where I can't back it. What do you want it? I found one cable. The man lady, why you back it? I got I put that there. Our Jesus Christ. Okay. I'll come. Bye.
All hell Biafra. Thank you very much, Mazi Ndewo. Thank you very much. Okay, let me see. I want to play a clip, but the line is still open. So, I have a call coming in. Let me see. Why is this call not really coming in? Why is it? What is going on? Okay. Mazi Chukwuemano, welcome to Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. Ototo Masa.
Good morning, Mazi Mbanali.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. My name is Chukwuemano, and I'm speaking from my location. Thank you once again, as always. I greet my leader, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who set up this platform to expose so many things that was hidden under the roof of heaven. I greet him once again. Yes, this morning there are so many things to say, but I want to start from the Ghanaian audio message you played. Yeah, you can understand exactly what is happening in Africa. But the problem is this: can black man think and reason, find out the solution of his problem? That's a big question. If Ghana can have this type of experience in Ghana, now tell me what is going to happen in Nigeria as a country they called. Now, if you think very well, you see that the white people don't regard a black man as a human being. There's no respect for a black man, apart from our leader Nnamdi Kanu preaching to wake up black people to see the light. But the same black people are working very hard to remain a slave because they have the opportunity to be on top as a politician. Why not think for once, black man? That's a very big question. If Ghana have this experience, at least if you come to Nigeria, if you come to Africa, Ghana may have about 10 or 5% or 10% respect as a country, but Nigeria have 0, nothing as a country, as a respect. If Ghana have this experience, tell me what is going to happen in Nigeria. What is going on in Nigeria? Without dismantling Nigeria, nothing you can do in Nigeria, you have achievement. It's just like we are talking about EEDC. As far as Nigeria is concerned, everything about Nigeria is upside down. The corruption in Nigeria is above heaven. And with that corruption, nothing you can plant, nothing you can plan is that it will work. So the only way out is for people to see that Nnamdi Kanu is the only savior in Nigeria, in Africa, in black race, until they understand it. Failing to do so, I'm very sorry for Africa. Because the white people have seen Africa as the most stupid people on earth. Look at how wicked this America and France and Britain, they come to Nigeria and they lay pipe for gas and oil, going to Europe to be selling the oil by themselves. And they cut off their pipe from Russia because they know that Russia are human beings. They have seen a place where there is no human being. They come and lay their pipe to come and take oil because black people are disappointed. Nevertheless, let us continue watching what is going to be the end. But I'm sure that our people have sent a message that Biafra land is not for military, for America, or for France, or for whoever. If Tinubu is in Abuja to sell Nigeria complete to white people, we will see when we are going to end this idiocy in a black people. Because I have never seen a thing like this. After all these years, our leaders have been suffering for black race, and still no African country can come and say this is enough. We have OAU. None of them is saying anything because all of them are fully corrupt. Because they are black people, they have no sense. They cannot think. That is who they are. Thank you, Maazị Sochima. Chukwukabiama will be the strength of some of us who have opened our eyes and saw the danger and we are, doing everything to say what is necessary. Thank you, and God bless you, and all we have Biafra. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mazi. I appreciate you as well. Thank you very much. Now, let me play another clip for us to listen to. This is Pact for Colonization. Now, you tell me the difference between this and what you heard earlier on about the U.S. military base in Ghana. Now, tell me the difference between this and the military base. Okay, forgive me for that. I will bring this to you later on. Now I have another caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. Otuto ọma Maazị. Ndewo.
Ndewo nwa Chineke, Sochima Mbanali, Udochukwu okuke abịa ma dịrị gị. My name remains Mazi Obasejikeme. I'm calling from blessed land of Biafra. Biafra is our religion. On this Harrow platform is where we worship. Ezechukwu okuke abịa, the God of our land, the God of our ancestors, is our chi. Mazi Nnamdi Okwuchukwu Kanu is our leader, Ohamadike one. Onye bụ leader ụmụ Chineke. Tata bụ mbọsị afọ na ofu mbọsị na mkpụrụ ụbọchị nọ ndị Igbo ji agụ izu. Afọ market days in Biafra land. Ụmụ Chineke, udo Chukwu okuke abịa ma dịrị ndị ihe ọma na-adị mma. Maazị, we are talking about the issue that concern us and why Nigeria was created. In Nigeria, you notice that nobody in Nigeria wants Nigerian to continue existing. No matter that every politician is making up their mind because they are in there because of their selfish interests. Everybody knows this. Northern elders and their cohorts created this evil that destroying everybody today. Why I called Nigeria a destiny destroyer is that nobody, no matter what you call yourself, whether you go to America and study, you go to Cambridge and study, when you come back to the zoo will tell you that the zoo is not about of where you go educated, where you get your knowledge from. You must buy the idea of Fulanis who does not know left and right. How can Nigerian, as a country they are called themselves, continue this way? That is why Umu Chineke said, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the powerful and fearless leader, said, God in heaven said, Nigeria, if you don't allow the children of God go, Nigeria Samaria will be paradise than Nigeria, to compare Nigeria. And that is what is happening. I'm not surprised about what is happening in Nigeria. I am here and I am in my father's land. I'm not afraid, and I cannot run away because of what I'm telling Umu Chineke is this. Don't allow the hardship in Nigeria to put you into trouble. Just continue as pure you are. Don't think about what we are going to be doing now. Make sure that Fulani does not exist in our land. That is the only thing. When the time comes for us to take our freedom, we know that time will come. But for now, we are chasing all their foot soldiers. When somebody created a terrorist who are killing people, calling them federal government, calling them their foot soldiers, what else you? What does meaning to you? And somebody are here telling me that Nigeria is one because you are a politician, because we never stand up chasing you people out of our land. That is why you can. Telling me that Nigeria, anybody can reside in wherever you see. Residing in our bush, people should take their time. Because why we are always preaching this, so that humanity will be our witness to these people, because we have endured, there is no any less can endure what we do. We have been patient, telling people, allow us to stay, allow us to live. But they said, time shall come, everybody will know it. Everybody will see the heat. And nobody in Biafra land can live here without the direction of our leaders, DOS. We are the owner of this land, not the politicians. Politicians are using our money, paying people to do their rally, telling them that this is happening. How can, if somebody is doing well, how can a leader will pay people to go and write something on social media trying to praising him? No, you are good character. We tell people, we just make people to write good about you. And that is why in our own IPOB, nobody is correcting any dime to write something about us. Because we are special, we are original. We are not against any, no matter who you are. Whatever, we are not dragging anything from your own land. What we don't want is devil that Nigerians want us to buy. We said no to it. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, can bring the solution to the zoo. What they did is to go and kidnap him, lock him up, telling us that he must face after he defeated them in their own court. Nobody is saying anything. Even religious leaders who are telling us that our life here, if you are worshiping their own God, if you are worshiping God, you must be suffer. I said no. As far as God created everything and handed it over to man, nobody was created to suffer. All evil politicians and their allies called religious leaders are telling us all this lie. We are special, we are original. If you continue answering Nigeria, you are a fake. You are living a fake life because you know you are Nigerian. Nigeria does not want you. Nigeria was created to destroy us. Let us stand up. And any day we stand up and say enough is enough, Nigeria is nothing to compare us. Or because some of us are still thinking that one day Nigeria will be good. That is why you see them defending Nigeria all over the place. You see person telling you that he does not believe in God. One day God will stand up and say every Nigerian overnight and turn to Dubai or turn to US or turn to... It's a lie. Nigeria can never be better. No matter however, look at what is going on. The Naira is the worthless. And this thing, that is why I respected DOS. We respected our leaders. When this, over 3 years ago now, our HOD come out and said, use your money and buy something good. Don't bank any Naira because it's going to be worse. Me that following IPOB, how can I complain about Naira? I know that one day, 1 Naira will be cost 5,000 Naira Nigerian money. And I am ready. That is why I am IPOB. I listen to Radio Biafra. I following the idea. That is why we are telling people, listen to this Harrow platform where you can learn. You can never learn anything from that university you are going, unless you listen to Radio Biafra. That will give you the idea, give you the way of life. And when you follow the idea, you see that Nigeria, you can never complain about Nigeria anymore. Coming to these people called EDDC, let me tell our people, you see, if you are coming to defend this, starting day one, if you want to destroy Igbo people more, Nigerians said it. Gowon said it. Then call an Igbo man and give him money. He will do the work for you free. That is the work of EDDC. They don't want us to build something, because if you have light, steady light, you can think. Our resources is in our brain, not all this gas and mineral, this and that. That is how our leader build us. So great Biafran, if we EDDC don't want to do, I don't think a criminal can never bring a good things. Emekovo is a criminal from day one. He can never. How can a criminal defend you? How can a criminal be your gate man? How? How? Now that IPOB has done him, if you don't want to, because we give, I need everybody offer, I get warning. I need your offer. I believe you. I got to go to Boguna spirit on the anti-right. We chase you out of our land. If you want, go there, paying Fulani money to defend you. It does not matter for us. The land is owned by IPOB, not politicians. You collected 100 billion from Soludo, who are professor, and you know Mekofo from day one. You count 100 billion, 100. Instead of using that money, do something good. You gave it to the same criminal, and he pocketed it, threatening you with a second tenor. Mekofo got that money. That money is Igbo money. It's not Fulani money or Yoruba money. It's our money. It's our money. Mekofo got boy ofuma, because I know about onye obuna nkiti. Onye obuna, you see our land all over the place. Church. Nothing is, that is, the more they build church, the more hardship. My brothers and sisters, Umu Chineke, our leader made it. You can never get a miracle from church. All that in name as your handwork about getting chemenandoge miracle in Sabia. So let us stand up, and our people will be here. Is a Fulani cow, I know. This is Fulani cow, I know who sins, and our people are still now go where will Melanie Aquamos, Melanie wedding, Melanie everything. Mboge su igesi chanri na wedding onwele ngerie I complain kwana, because I na hate tie kan ku sins, because all the ekutia I watching nkiti I anache ekwe eba. So you. Great Biafra, stay away from Fulani things. We want Fulani to leave us alone. Only I know Candia. Why must we live with animals? Who does not bring the development in our land? Who does not pay tax? Who does not pay electricity bill? Why? And you people are forcing us to live with them. It can never happen anymore. We are Biafran. Stay together with our leadership. Listen to Radio Biafra 24 hours. Get brain. Ask yourself, why must I follow politicians who are the witchcraft that biting us day and night? Politicians is our problem. Great Biafra, train yourself hard, support ESN, stay away from evil. We don't want evil in our land. For your good work, may him bless you.
Bless you too. Thank you very much, Ndewo. We already at the end of this program. I will let me introduce this caller, Maze Ndewo. You are welcome to Radio Biafra. You have 3 minutes. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. Ndewo. Yeah, good morning. Let me see if I don't know what is happening to this line. Yes, please. Go ahead, let me see.
Maz, am I coming out clear?
Okay, yes, now loud and clear. Ututu Omasa.
Maz, I hope I'm coming out.
Yeah, loud and clear. Please go ahead.
My great Biafrans, I'm greeting this morning. My name is Maz Nwankwo, the truck pusher. I'm calling from our land. I'm saying good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, and wishing everybody well. More especially all the members of IPOB family members, because all Biafrans are IPOB, but we have a family members that is special people for the special duty, because we are on special duty. So our radio presenters, they are on special duty. ESN on special duty. Our legal team, they are on special duty. Our media team, they are on special duty too. Everybody is working. The only people that I recommended as educated people, because one of my masters said, our politicians they only answer educated people for nothing. They only learn how to speak English. That is the borrowed language from Britain. They went there and learned how to speak. If you listen to radio or or phone conversation from some of our people, they will be speaking the language. That is, if you are listening to them, you will recommend them as educated people, because but aguruche, they don't know, they don't have wisdom. Educated is they don't have wisdom. They don't have the knowledge. They only learn the language, how to speak. Seems like when somebody is speaking Hausa, but you don't know the meaning of what you are speaking. That what I'm referring to is freedom. You call yourself a graduate. You went to London. You acquire master's degree. You went to this university. You acquired master's degree. You get a first class mark, but you don't know the meaning of freedom. You did not even think what is this freedom is all about. I did not even cross class 1 in secondary school. I ended up in class 1 secondary school. That was 1988 something. But I don't know how to speak, yes, but at least sometimes I sit down and think. Before I joined this organization called IPOB Family Members, I sit down in my house and think. Because I started to listen to our leader from 2012. He started broadcasting with my phone 3310. My people, I always said this: we are heading to somewhere. Never you relent, never you lose hope. We have to focus, as our leader always tell us, that we have to focus. Onye maara ebe ọ na-eje bụ ihe ọma n'obi, ọ ga na-agba mbọ. Ibugodo ngwa ahịa na-eje ahịa, ibu n'obi iruo na ị ga-ere ahịa. Never you lose hope, because now our people gụrụ akwụkwọ mana ha gụrụ uche. Ọ bụzịrị anyị nwa bụ ndị na-agụrụ akwụkwọ na-akụziri ha. Ọ mere na this our journey. Sometimes some of us see it that is hard, yes, but we have aim and objection. We know where we are heading to. We cannot look back. Even this Bible refers this journey we are going. We are pushing on. The other side of it, if you think about what Bible wrote, it is they did not mention Biafra on inside the Bible, but the journey, the history shows that it is maybe because of Biafra they wrote this Bible, not even Israel. If you think about it, we are heading to somewhere, and we have hope never you lose hope. If you see what is happening now, you know that we are getting to our destination. But journey of close start with a step. This journey started from our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who created and established this organization we're into. This is very Radio Biafra we are serving. We are worshiping on it. Please and please, never you lose hope. I greet everybody and I'm wishing everybody well. Our leader will live and see Biafra. He will stand up with our Biafran flag and address us in the name of Biafra, in Biafra language, because Biafra has her own language. When the time reach, we are going to rejoice. Mazi, I don't have much to say. I'm just wishing everybody well, and I thank you people. Great Biafrans. Ndewo.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, and I appreciate your contribution. I appreciate the contribution of everybody who participated in this program this morning. And I ask you to, if you did not call in, please call in more. I remember that on Tuesday, I had so much calls that I could not even, over 100 calls on Tuesday. And newcomers, if you have not called before, you are welcome to call. You are welcome to call. Unfortunately, we are out of time. We cannot answer more calls today. Somebody sent me a message one day asking, Maze, but this person is speaking for too long. I said, but you did not call. If you had called, maybe his time, he would have been happy to even share the time with you. So it is just the same thing as what the last caller just said now, that some people might say, oh, this is hard. It is hard because we are pursuing our freedom. It is supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy, you know. This is a process. It is supposed to be easy. As long as you are doing something about it, as long as you are making that call, you know, let me put it that way. As long as you are putting in your effort, then one day it is going to come to pass. So thank you very much all for being part of this program this morning, and we will still be here tomorrow from 5 until 7. And this is where we worship. Thank you very much. Remember that tomorrow our discussion, our history discussion continues here on... Okay, today is Thursday. Why do I keep thinking that today is Wednesday? I don't know. Okay, it is today, not tomorrow. Please do